we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Oklahoma's offense is on the field for the first time today. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
Pass to 45. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Off-play action on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Using his legs, it's Russell. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back, gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And they're not on the same page there. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times, you'll see these little mistakes, and well, it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Sooners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving. Next, going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners! You want to make sure this Boomer Sooner crowd gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
And we get to break out the Sooner schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. And when these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
The Wildcats offense has its first opportunity of the day. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Makes the catch. It's Stone. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once. Oh, the quick spin move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Leaves it with the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Grab near the marker. It's carry on. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch.
There he goes. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keeps looking downfield. Finds a man on the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Pump on the line. It's Breather. And he'll pump it over and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
I tell you what, this is part of the field. Once you start getting in the red zone and the field shrinks, you got more big bodies on the field. The running threat is real. Tight ends come on the field, and what happens? Run a little play action off of it, get it to the big fella. Nice plucking it out of the sky, getting the touchdown.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Barrett. Snags it over the middle.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Etheridge. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Etheridge. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Williams will pass. Gets it to him on the screen. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
Knocked off his feet.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilson. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Will they be able to get that one more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
And he won't get there. Tried to turn the corner, strained for every inch, and he is denied. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They think there's room to run to the right here. Runs through the tackle.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. Grabbed over the middle, it's Wheeler. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Sooners are facing third and inches. The offense changing the play. Williams looking for a man. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Touchdown Sooners! Grabbed in the end zone and put 6 on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Florida State is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we saw Chief Osceola and Renegade. They're up 14 over Duke. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Grabbed behind the line, it's Bauer. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilcox. Out of bounds at the 17. Big pickup there, not only in yardage, but it gives him some breathing room. And the Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Smart. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy kick.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Patterson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Barrett. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to go up top. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bauer. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Takes it the other way. The 40. He's at the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get, at minimum, tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll run it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bauer. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a third and long. Back to throw. It's Barrett. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Sweet spin. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'll leave it with him. Worked it down to the 22-yard. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's second and 5. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Looking to fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Cradles it at the 35. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it from the gun. Puts him in the spin cycle. Oh, he's got some space.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Barrett. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Absolutely perfect. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Russell. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Give to the back. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Sends it back in motion. Williams will pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Man, you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Wide open downfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. They go to the ground. Just ran over it. Turning it on. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll give it to him again. Fighting off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their fronts...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Williams looking for a man. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy, I think. They had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away, but the defense was ready for it. And what a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Wants to throw on third. Caught close to the marker. It's Russell. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Looking for the end zone. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on second and goal. Gets the back moving. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Russell. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Coming out with it, it's Patterson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes second and third. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Now on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Williams will pass. Under fire. Turns it on at midfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. When that pass incomplete, the defense got a hand on it.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but this
gets loose in the middle. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Bring in the heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So